So this is a quick instruction video showing how to install the sensor. This is a measuring sensor consisting of the diamond wheel. When the diamond wheel rotates, it will rotate the pulley and then potentiometer reading the change of the voltage when it's applied with 5 volts. This is the diamond wheel key to the installation. The system is supplied with the 3 linear bearings, so when I press that plunger we've got 8 mm total stroke. We will be setting the system so it is at the full depth indicated plus minus 4 mm for the allowance for any tolerances. The installation requires precision positioning of that sensor in the hole, so to do that we require alignment tool, which is this one. That's turned precision for the inner, to match the inner diameter of the hole. I insert that here, and then the critical item is to ensure that once we are located, we insert that ring on the outside. That ring is supplied with the magnets. So I will now ensure that that is inserted on top. There is a very tight tolerances on the outside, so once that is placed in place, we are ready for the alignments. This and this wings need to have the same distance from the flange to ensure that we don't run skew as the bearing race rotates. So that distance to the flange and that distance to the flange need to be carefully set. Once we are happy that it's set, the last operation is to apply the thin bead of adhesive on the circumference here. X60 is the recommended adhesive, which would allow setting within 10 minutes time. Assuming that is all set, final operation after 10 minutes is to remove gently that mandrel. That allowed full alignment in readiness for the installation of the sensor. Now we are ready to place that sensor in the application. To do that, we effectively insert the sensor carefully into the hole, and now match our clearance, making sure that the sensor goes in very nicely fitted. That sensor has got also 3 magnets. They are quite weak magnets, so there's no problem to pull it out. With this now being glued, we are fully aligned. The final operation is to effectively screw on those 2 bolts to ensure that there is no movement, relative movement between the measuring head and the alignment ring. And once we see the gear race rotation, we obviously carry on the measurements. The system is fully calibrated. Calibration certificate and instruction manual is supplied with the system. That system, by the way, is powered with a local power supply. This is effectively the a little enclosure, again fitted with the magnets for easy installation. Inside we install 2 3.6 volt batteries, and then the final voltage regulator regulates 5 volts precision voltage to the potentiometer. Now that 20 meters coil cable is supplied in readiness to connect to the data acquisition system. Red is the output signal, red is the 5 volt supply, black is the 0, and then white is the output signal. So that's all the instruction manual. Instruction manual will be also issued in the paper form.